that's it. I'm here as part of my EU referendum road trip, looking at all the different issues surrounding our membership of the EU. So I've been travelling all over the country, looking at things such as how it impacts finances, trade, farming. We've been all over, across Brecon Beacons, to London, to Manchester, to Liverpool, to Birmingham, and today we are here by the quayside in Grimsby this morning because we're talking about fishing today, because it is one of the areas where there's a lot of debate around what EU membership actually means for the industry, because where we get our fish from, where it's fished, how much of it is caught, is dictated by EU rules. So I've got my experts here on the sofa this morning. We've got Bryce from the University of York, who's done quite a lot of research on this. We've got John, who's been in the industry for 45 years, and also Charlotte from Countryfile. John, I'm going to start with you first of all. You've been in the industry a long time. Tell us what you think about staying in the EU.
I think it'd be an absolute disaster for the fishing industry. Every day we get less and less given to us of the natural resources. We're an island nation, and day by day we're losing our sovereignty, losing our quotas, losing our access to everything that should be a United Kingdom resource.
So, just listening to that, Bryce, you've done a lot of research on this. What do you think we should actually stay in, don't you? You think these issues are actually, we shouldn't be worrying about it? To explain that.
I guess the main thing is that, you know, we are an island nation, as John says. Actually, the North Sea is surrounded by 7 countries, so we have to use shared management for something like fish, which is very mobile and moves between the waters of those different countries. And, you know, the EU, the Common Fisheries Policy, to be fair, for a long time didn't work very well. If you had have asked me 10 years ago, I wouldn't maybe been such in favour, but it's really just starting to improve now. A lot of stocks are becoming sustainable, and I think, you know, things are on the right path, so let's keep them going that way.
Yeah, John, you would disagree on that, wouldn't you?
The stocks are sustainable because basically the fishermen have took the lead. Different technical measures on the trawls, different types of fishing. We need national control. We don't need somebody who's fishing on a small boat in Greece to be the same as somebody who's fishing at Rockall. We need national control. And the point about it, the shared waters, the UK have 70% of the waters in the European Union, and we have 13% of the quota.
And the point is, there are fishing zones, so because we're part of the EU, we share the waters essentially with all the other countries in the EU. And
only to the median line. We have, as I say, 70% of the waters in the EU are the common UK waters, and we have 13% of the quota.
Yeah, and Bryce, what's your comeback on that? Essentially, you know, they would have more control if we left.
Well, actually, I mean, I guess one point to make is the UK has the 2nd biggest fish landings in Europe, just after Spain, and Spain actually has more territorial waters than we do, so I probably differ a little bit on those figures. But yeah, the main thing is that, you know, they're not our fish. We can't suddenly say we have a right to, you know, everything that swims in our waters. It's the same as claiming a bird that flies overhead as yours, you know.
But isn't it like natural resources, where countries would, you know, they have their natural resources in their countries that they would say are theirs, even though really they're not? Well,
yeah, of course, you know, we're entitled to a share of them, and that's the way that the Common Fisheries Policy is being designed. But unlike a resource, you know, mining that stays in the ground, the fish don't. They keep moving between the different countries. So it's all about working out, you know, what's fair. And the way things have been shared has been worked out, you know, over decades. In fact, some of the rights go back hundreds of years.
Let's bring in Charlotte here, because Charlotte, you and I were talking about the farming industry last time, and